I wanted to go over with you something that we both get asked all the time. I don't think there's a right answer, but Whitney might think that there is a correct answer.
We'll see.
You wake up in the morning. What is your oral health routine?
Every person's different. What works for me might not work for you. First thing I do is take out my night guard because I wear a night guard every single night. I clean it. I brush it with a soft toothbrush and soap. I don't use toothpaste, too abrasive. And then it airs out in a little holder. And then I brush my teeth. I use a fluoride toothpaste. I use an electric toothbrush. And then after I brush in the mornings, I use proxy brushes for my lower anteriors, the bottom front teeth, because I got little gaps and I tend to build up there. I swish, I spit, then I eat breakfast after I brush. What about you? Dying to hear what your routine is in the morning.
My routine in the morning is I don't brush my teeth or floss. I'm just kidding. No, edit that out. Cut it out. The first thing that I do is I sometimes use an electric toothbrush. I sometimes use a manual toothbrush, and I've said this in the past before. If you do not know how to use an electric toothbrush, it's just as bad as not knowing how to use a manual toothbrush. It's all about technique. After I brush my teeth, I then floss in between all my teeth.
You do floss in the morning.
I floss in the morning.
Okay. Do you floss at night as well or no?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I floss because in my mind, when I brush my teeth, if there's any plaque, it's being scattered in between the teeth. So then afterwards, I could get in there in nooks and crannies and remove it. After I floss, I use a mouth rinse that's alcohol-free and, rinse my mouth.
And then breakfast after.
And then breakfast after, yeah.
Okay, so people are gonna freak out in the comments. A lot of people don't like that. I did a video on that once. Should you brush your before or after breakfast? And people
what did they say?
They rather eat breakfast first and then brush. But I said, no, you're supposed to. You gotta get rid of that plaque that was on your teeth all night. Even if you brushed right before you go to sleep, you're still gonna accumulate.
Exactly. So there's a lot of bacteria that is marinated in your mouth while you're sleeping. Perfect environment for it to marinate. So now the bacteria is on your teeth, on your gums. Then you're gonna go eat, and bacteria loves sugars and carbs and all that stuff. So you're literally feeding the bacteria exactly what it wants. Speaking of technique, if you do not know how to floss, going up and down, that's not considered flossing. It's about understanding the technique. And that's why a professional like Whitney is so important in your life. She will go over and share the information. Whitney, can you share your evening routine?
Okay, so evening routine is very extensive. I brush first. I don't rinse. I leave the toothpaste on my teeth and then I floss because I like to get that toothpaste up in there. You could technically do before or after as long as you're flossing. I won't be mad. Then I rinse with a fluoride rinse. And then I tongue scrape both times too. I don't know if you use a tongue scrape.
No, I use the toothbrush to brush my tongue.
Okay,
yeah,
that works. Some people use a spoon. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever works. You have it's nasty. The mouth thing is dirtier than some other openings of your body.
Okay.
I'm not a professional.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So then after I tongue scrape, I rinse. Sometimes I water floss at night. When I'm done, the most important thing is I used to be prone to tonsil stones. That's a fun buzzword. So I don't get them anymore because every night before I go to sleep, I use warm, almost hot water, and I gargle real well. I don't even put salt in it. You should probably put salt in it, but it works for me. I don't even put salt. I gargle really well, and then I put my night guard in, and then I go to sleep.
Excellent. The whole point is that morning, nights could be individualized. It doesn't have to be the exact same. For many people, repetition is important. So if they do the same thing in morning and night, they're less likely to forget about it. In the evening, I do the exact same thing as I do in the morning.
You do?
Exact same thing.
Because you floss twice.
I floss twice.
That's awesome. Have you ever used a proxy brush?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. Some people love them or hate them. The thing annoying about them is that the one size doesn't fit all. I have to use a different size in the front teeth than I use in the back teeth.
For those that don't floss, to me, it's gross, and I'll tell you why. If you ever do floss, just floss and then just smell that string and smell what comes out of that. You're gonna be flossing for the rest of your life. And if you think that smells, what do you think your friends and family and potential clients next to you feel, right?
Mm-hmm. Totally. A lot of people ask about how do my bad breath. I brush every morning and I'm like, do you floss?
Honestly, it's like using the restroom and not wiping your behind.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Or it's like wiping your behind but missing the butt crack. Sorry. Sorry to be very blunt.
At the end of the day, there is no wrong or right way of approaching oral health, but it's about being consistent and understanding the proper technique. That to me is worth more than using the most expensive, lavish ingredients and tools and all these different things. Do you have a video explaining how to properly brush and floss?
Oh yeah.
So if you guys want to see the proper way of brushing and flossing, the proper technique, this young lady here has done a video for you guys to check out. So
upper left, we'll put. Thank you. Yeah, there's how to properly floss teeth, how to properly brush teeth.
Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Dr. Daniel out.
Whitney out. Thank you for having me.
Yes, amazing.